let's get into episode 5. How is everyone doing today? Welcome back to the Agree to Disagree podcast with Chewy on YouTube and JSoup Media. It has been one hell of a weekend and week for both of
Oh
us.
yeah,
How are we doing today, Chewy?
I am great. I got done with my week of Elden Ring and holy shit, I hate it. I hate that game. I love it. I love the game, but it's oh, just I had people watching me and they would tell me to like go back, like, all right, let's come back to this enemy. And I didn't know what they meant by that, and they could see the my sanity just draining. Every single guy that I would be stuck on, I'd try to fight him for about a half an hour, and it's I just gotta go grind. I gotta go grind. But it took
Yeah.
a toll. I did good. I did good, but I killed three bosses. Technically, I don't want to say more than that because these guys actually had the health bar on the bottom versus some other people who were pretty beefy, but I guess they're just some regular old dudes. I don't like that. I don't like
uh,
how beefy
Dungeons
everybody
and
is.
stuff. I saw
Yeah.
last night you were in a dungeon, so I think
There's
that's what they're called.
there was a bear in this one dungeon. I got it written down. I forget. I think it was like Rune Bear. I think it was the Rune
Oh
Bear. I
yeah,
killed that.
yeah.
So that
He's
was
an
pretty
asshole.
cool. Yeah, it was
Those
crazy.
bears
Yep.
come at you hard.
He was relentless. And then there was another one. I got it. Leonin Misbegotten. He was like a fucking tiger looking dude. He was another one like the bear where he was just coming at you swinging. But
Mm-hmm.
he honestly, out of all of them, was the easiest. I got him in like two or three tries. And then the bear took me like 50. Fucking I got Margit the Fell. He I got him pretty early on the second second day. I did two streams that day, and I had to get him. I had to because I worked the next 4 days, so I just had to get it before work because I had people that were gonna talk shit. But I got
Yeah,
him.
I watched your streams. I thought it was
Yeah,
hilarious. Watching you struggle how to figure out the game was, I'm sorry, but it was hilarious. I
they
was
don't
sitting
fucking
there
tell you
like,
anything. They don't tell
no,
you anything.
they don't tell you anything. They don't tell you how to level
No.
up. I mean, like you kind of have to know. And that's why like I told you on one of the last episodes that I'm not like a true gamer. My friends help me,
Yeah.
and if that wouldn't have been a thing, like I'm proud of you though. You beat that first boss with style.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sent
I
them
did.
jellyfish after him.
I was so happy. And then everybody, I posted a short and a video, and I actually got to make a short out of that video. I didn't make a video or a short
Yeah.
out of me beating the first boss, but I got it because everybody's talking about the jellyfish, and he is the goat, like truly the goat. It's crazy. He's helped me on every single one. I've gotten a few other like spirit summon things, and the jellyfish takes the cake every time. There's nothing better. Nothing.
Did you learn how to level them up too in
The
the round table?
jellyfish?
Yeah, you can level up your spirits in the round table.
What is
There's
going on here?
I think it's with the girl that's sitting on the floor by the what is he, the weaponsmith?
Okay. Is
The
it the
big
one
guy?
bitch that gives you a hug?
No. You
No.
shouldn't have gotten a hug either.
Yeah, I know that's what I was told. I got two of them already. I just want the bitch to hold me. I don't know what to say.
I didn't think that watching you play Elden Ring was going to be so hilarious and entertaining, but you were just so fucking confused at the start. You were like, I'm waiting for XP to level up. And I'm like, that's not how it works at all.
Yeah. And then I didn't know until like days in that you have to get your runes back. So God knows how much runes I'd have if I would actually
Did
be
you
able to
not
get them
read the
back.
chat? I told you.
I
I told you you need your runes, brother.
I probably did. I forget. I forget easily. I get easily distracted.
I was
But it was
laughing.
fun.
You didn't even hit the graces. You're just like you
Yeah.
respawn, run. You're like, how
Yep.
the hell do
And
I
that was
level
another
up?
thing. That was another thing. Fucking, just not getting to a grace point, getting so far, and then not getting one of those and having to go all the way back. Oh, it
Yep.
pissed me off because then you're just gonna end up running into just a random sheep and he's gonna roll into you and kill you. I don't even know.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
it's insane. But
Hey, I
it's
mean,
fun. I like the challenge. I like a challenge. It's
you you beat the shit out of that first boss, so I mean, that's pretty
I did.
epic.
I did. I had a little bit of help. I'll be honest. I looked up because I was just so frustrated. It took me 2.5 days to beat him, and it's like I'm there. let me
Hmm.
at them. Like I gotta be able to get them. Like I said in that our first ever podcast, people be doing the challenges with their pinky toe and shit. So if they can do that, I can do it with what I've got, and I'm gonna do it. That was my goal. So I looked up like how to like how do I beat this guy, and everything it told me was just to get good. So that made me mad, but
I told you,
it
don't
did show
die.
me. Yeah, it showed me there was Roderick or like whatever the
Yeah,
sorcerer next
Roderick.
to it. I didn't even know about that until I saw the video. I would have went at it the entire time just by myself and the jellyfish if I wanted to like seen that in the video, and that did help. That helped a
Where you
lot.
can summon the NPC. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I enjoyed the crap out of your stream. More people should have watched that because that was just
Yeah.
hilarious. I was just sitting
Dude,
there.
yesterday I got rated like on my final day. It was pretty cool. I
Really?
got like 26 viewers. It
Oh,
was
really?
probably the
That's
best
badass.
stream I've ever had. So that was cool. Hopefully
Yeah,
they stick around for tomorrow.
I tuned in for a couple minutes and I saw you were in a dungeon and you had a whole
Yeah.
new getup and a whole new weapon and I was like, okay, he's getting it a little bit.
Yeah. I
Only a
figured out the
weekend.
the Ashes of War
Uh-huh.
where you can swing that shit around, and the one guy in my chat was telling me he's like kind of iffy on that, but I was doing some damage, which I was proving him wrong. He was hyping me up. He was a big help. Big help.
Hell yeah. I'm glad other people helped you too and it wasn't just
Yeah.
me. Because
Very, very
man,
fun.
it can be I didn't realize how hard of a game it can be to learn until I rewatched you playing it.
I I mean, I'm proud of myself for how far I got because I guess now I can advance to the next stage, and just getting past this what was his name? Godric the Grafted. That's who I just beat today. And I
Very
think
nice.
being able to beat him really unlocks something where it's like if I can actually do it, and I didn't have it's not like people help me cheat or anything like that. They just help
No,
me
you just looked up
just like
strategy and how to play the game.
they motivated me if anything, and
Yeah.
just that extra, just knowing I can do it. I want to beat the game. I want to do it. I can do it. I probably won't
So
continue to do like mainly that, but if I have
yeah.
nothing to do during my streams this month, I'm hopping back on there.
So what do you got planned coming up? Anything that you want to preview for this week?
So let's see. Tomorrow on the 8th, it'll probably be done already, but I'm doing cooking, so check that out. I'll be making
Oh
content
hell yeah.
about that. That'll be on the channel. I'm gonna be making ice cream, fucking hot chocolate, fucking breakfast sandwich, soup. I don't know, just
All in
anything
your
I can
room?
cook all in that little pot too.
All in your
So
room
that'll be
though?
cool. Yeah, yeah, right here,
All right
right
here.
here. So that'll be fun. And then
That's
I
gonna be
think this will
hilarious.
also be out. The the golf, I'll be making 100 putts, and then the uh the next day the podcast will be out by then. But watch me clean my clubs and just talk, golf stories and shit like that. Basically, it'll be fun.
Yeah, watch me clean my clubs.
Hey yo, get a
Hey,
couple of strokes in.
I know you don't use Instagram, but me and my friend we were at the airport and we found a golf green. And we were
Oh shit,
playing we were
no
playing
way.
like one of them like little like pre-golfs where you can practice your putting and stuff
Yeah,
and there's multiple
yeah,
holes. That was one of them and they had the clubs and the balls for free and you could just
no
golf in the
way.
West Palm Beach airport, dude. It was sick. He took a video of
That's
me. I
too
guess
fun.
I didn't realize I was like kind of okay at golf. I was putting them in like no problem.
That's good. You got the swang down. I like it. We got to go
The sw-
sometime. That'd be
the
crazy.
swing and the stance. I don't have anything for golf, but I've been golfing before when I was in high school, so I
Okay.
understand how it works. And I
What
thought it was fun when I did.
I think you can rent clubs, but I'm
Probably.
sure literally any time during the summer when there's a garage sale, just
Oh
scan
yeah,
those
just
and you'll be able to find clubs. They'll probably give them to you. It's cool.
well the clubs that were even at the airport, they were like super fancy. And I was like, these are like all sorts of different putters. Like I felt like I couldn't even barely hit it because it would just go like
Yeah,
forever. Like we whacked it
some of them
off
are
the
weighted.
green a couple times on accident by like just literally a small tap. It would
I
just
uh
send.
I want to get one with a fat grip. That'd be cool. Hey yo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that I didn't realize but that would be cool. It helps. It hey now. It helps a lot. Don't laugh. It helps. I promise. I wasn't making jokes.
I'm sure it does. No,
But I'm looking forward
that's
to it.
cool. I honestly have never seen a golf course or like a little golfing thing ever in
What?
an airport.
Oh, well, yeah, in an airport. I thought you just meant in general. I was like, no way, you gotta
No,
go.
no, in an airport, like that
Yeah,
other
no,
places,
that
yeah.
my dad was talking, I think in Hodag Lanes, I don't think it's even called that anymore, but the bowling alley, they have
Nick's
a
Lanes, I
golfing
believe.
simulator.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah,
It's called
yeah,
Nick's
yeah.
Lanes, I believe, or
Shout
whatever.
out Nick. We also my dad was saying he has a friend who's got a golf simulator pretty equal to, and he wanted to set up a time where I could go to that, but it
Set up
it
some
didn't work out.
cameras.
And also next, yeah, I was gonna bring my GoPro, but it was the week that he said he was gonna set that up. It was when we got the big ass snowstorm and people had bigger problems going on. People were losing power and shit.
Yeah, yeah, we talked about that last
Yeah.
episode. That snowstorm was insane. Actually, I was talking to like there was a whole group of like ninth graders, but they had the
Damn.
parental people with them. So I was talking to one of the parents. Or they drove from Alexandria on last Thursday, and I guess there was 15 inches of snow that had dropped, and up here it was just like sleet and a little bit of
Damn.
rain. And they were like, "Yeah, we got up into Minnesota and it was brown." And I was like, "Yeah, I was thankful because I don't want to get
Yeah.
delayed,
No,
even though
and
I had an
then
extra day."
15 inches, man. It's April. I want to golf. I want to go outside. I want to do
And
shit.
and then I came back to town, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm going back. There's construction. It's cold. It was 90 in Florida. I actually
Damn.
burnt so bad that I didn't realize, but I got a sun blister on my ear that had popped."
Oh, oh
Yeah,
shit. Yummy.
yeah. And on my way down there, because there was storms rolling through Nashville,
Okay.
I roll up to my gate, which was from Denver to Nashville. I was in Denver, and they're like, "This flight is overbooked. If anyone would like to hop on another flight for an $800 flight voucher, usable up to a year, transferable, blah blah blah." I was
Did you
like,
do it?
"Say less." I was say less, and
Oh
then they were
shit.
like,
Okay.
30 minutes, there's a next flight to St. Louis and then St. Louis to West Palm. I got there an hour later and then I asked them like, "Hey, like are my bags going to transfer because I had a check-in bag, like, what's good?" I get to West Palm, I'm sitting there, other people that had taken the voucher had gotten their bags and I'm like, "Yo, what's the deal? I got gear in that bag that I
Oh
need this
no.
weekend." So
Yeah.
about 15 minutes of me standing there looking around at the other carousels and they're like, "Justin Campbell, we got your bag at the Southwest, blah, blah, blah. If you could come," and I was like, "Where the hell is that?" Thank gosh it was like, 20 feet down the
Okay.
way. And, I just had to show them my ID and I grabbed my bag and they're like, "Yeah, this came an hour early." I was like, "Hey, if that's the most I've ever been paid, $800 for an extra hour of flight, I'll take it."
Yeah. That's
I was
crazy.
also a
800
little
bucks.
I was a little nervous too that like the plane was gonna get delayed in Nashville because there were storms rolling through. So they were saying that instead of like kind of going diagonal to it from Denver to Nashville, they were gonna cut down basically to the south by Texas and cut over to Tennessee to Nashville. I was just a little nervous that it was gonna get delayed, even though I had extra time. It was still like, dude, I still got stuff I want to get ready. So
Yeah. How was the trip? How was everything?
dude, we invaded the shit out of West Palm Beach with Beamers. There was
Oh,
about 2,500 BMWs there. All sorts of, there was classics, there was new stuff, there was Supras because the new Supras, Toyota Supras have the chassis from a BMW. So there
okay.
was a gang of them. Like, tons and tons and tons of people had our tires on their cars, so I couldn't step like 2 feet without finding a car that I could shoot for the reason I was there. So that
Perfect.
was really cool. It was like the top three brand at there. It was like Michelin, Pirelli, and the Continental. But I think Continental might have been the second one because it was literally I didn't expect it. The first day I came for load-in, I could barely find anything. It was all Michelin, and then which there was barely a percentage of anything there. And then I keep looking at their story because I shot three of our partners' cars that day on the first day. I started at
Okay.
11 because there was some issues going on with one of the cars, so they had to trailer it, and then they finally got it there around like noon, and I was at the gate waiting for them, and then we started shooting the car right away. Took about an hour and a half for that. Made the mistake of only bringing one water, so I was
Oh.
like super dehydrated all the first day. And I killed my water within the first like 20 minutes. So I was like struggling until I found a water fountain. No one's got any kind of like hydration, or the no vendors are open, and I'm like, where the hell
Um,
can I get some water? I don't have a rental car. I'm looking for, something to drink. I don't want to
so
walk back.
what is the event? What does the event look like? Is it like a brush run type of thing where it's like you said vendors? Because I know they have specific spots for shit. Was it
No,
just
it's like a car show.
okay? Okay,
But
that makes
like
sense.
like
Is it
people,
in the
it's
middle
like,
of a town or is it in like
no,
a
it's state fairgrounds. So it's
okay?
all asphalt basically. And then there was like a little burnout pit, and there was a little like drift track kind of thing, but it was kind of like just little roads, so that, and then like a blacktop area so they could like, I saw some Ken Block type shit like in this small little square. These guys were drifting around. It was supposed to be a burnout, but they were
Okay.
literally just drifting around. Everyone was surrounding this pen like it was a bullpen too, dude. They were like, I guess they had to shut it down early because there was just so many people. The cars couldn't get out, the cars couldn't get in. People were, there was a car that started on fire after the burnout.
Oh shit.
And I'm just
Those
sitting
are
there like, I'm
those are
sitting
my
there like
favorite
in a
videos,
crowd of
man.
people, fucking holding my stabilizer up above everybody's phone and their fucking mom in front of me, and just get in the shot of like, because like the only media that was in the bullpen, and then there was K rail around, so they were standing behind the K rail so that they were safe. It was only event photographers. There wasn't any like other random media. It was mainly like staff that was there,
Okay.
that inside there, that was getting like the close-up shots. So I was just getting like the wide angle, but when I push it down to reel format, it'll be perfect.
Okay.
um Basically the event is like BMW enthusiasts, lovers. Like, you get all sorts of cars. We saw an Izetta, two Izettas, which is like a smart car size, and the doors in the front. And there's like no crunch zone to this thing. Like, you are the crunch zone if you get a head-on collision. It's like so small, but it was such a sick car. Um, a lot of 1980s, 1990s, 2000 BMWs. I mean, just so much super sick stuff. Like it's just such a cool event. And we pull up on the day of the event at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and there's just a line of freaking BMWs going into the vendor area. And dude, I've never been to anything cooler. Like that was such a cool event.
I'm happy for you, man. That's
Like,
cool. Do you think you got better shots than like compared to your brush run stuff, and is it pretty equal to, or do you think that you're, rising in the shots that you're taking and everything like that? You said that everywhere you went, you couldn't not get a shot of your tires, so it's just, did you get the perfect shots, or did you, how were they? How were they?
uh so like it's
What do you
like
think your
it's
best
different.
shot was?
It's, I don't know yet because I shot like 3,000 pieces of media
What?
between photos and video. I filled
Okay.
probably 300 gigabytes worth of data.
Do you have anything that you remember, like, in particular that, like, spinning shit, Do you have anything in
Uh,
particular where
there's
you're like, damn, that's gonna be cool?
there's a lot of stuff. I mean, we spent a lot of time with like cars, like 20 to 30 minutes on cars, to film video, to film photos, so that we can make specific pieces on that specific car. I
Okay,
mean, it's
you kind
all
of had
gonna
it
edit.
directed in a way?
I mean, me and our other guy were walking around pointing out cars and shooting them, and kind of directed, but like also same thing, is just take the reins and like own it, and like just make sure like, one, what I'm told, I'm getting all the content that I think I need and more, and then anything else that I think I need. Like, I was walking around. Hold on. Where was I? Sorry, my
That-
fucking screen went blue. I don't like when it goes blue.
That's all right.
Um, so like it was in part directed, but like also it's I have to own it because I'm the main media person. So like I can't just have people, or I can't just have people tell me what
Yeah, yeah.
to do.
So
I
they
have to
have
also
they
get
want six out of you, like six reels or X amount of reels. So did they have specific ones where it's like we want two kind of, we want this, we want it to showcase this, or is it all of them is specifically like you got to figure out how to make this look good? Is it like that?
um just I mean trying to figure out how to say this because some of that stuff I don't really want to cover too
I
much.
understand too.
What
Okay,
what I
that
will what I will what I will say, just because I don't want to get into any of like the contracts and stuff,
yeah,
um, is that my
I'm asking
team
too deep.
came up. No, you're good. It's new stuff that you don't understand or not understand, but that we haven't done before or
Yeah.
talked about on podcasts. So like my team, we've discussed on like content plan for like what we were going to produce for the event. A lot of
Okay.
it is like I spent 2 weeks researching what other car people are doing and then sending stuff back and forth. Because like one of my team members is doing the photo coloring, I'm doing all the video editing and did all the shooting. Um, so it's in part like there's some stuff that is wanted, like particularly wanted, but
Yeah.
in other ways it's more or less like as long as it stays on the brand
Yeah.
and for the people that I'm shooting for, it's fine. I just have to produce super super badass stuff.
So
Um, eh,
realistically, every single piece of content, you could be the creative director on it, but
yeah, kind of, but it's
it's
a
just
team
got to be
effort.
good. Okay,
It's
that's good.
I'd say it's more of a team effort because
So
like none of
you have more people out there with you?
yeah. So we have for this one it was only me shooting, but
Okay.
we had one of our other people out there, that was helping me like point out tires and whatnot.
That'd be
One of my
cool to
really
have
really
a
good friends. So
second pair of eyes.
yeah,
That's cool.
but we have a team of four. We have a director, and then me, and then we have another shooter and a drone operator. And between
Okay.
all of us, like I just did a Bronco video where they sent me the footage and I did the editing. And the team's coming to fruition, and we're going to be just
That's
killing it
awesome.
all 2025. I'm super excited about like what we're doing because like taking that year off like kind of disappointed them in certain ways because I have all this talent and all this possibility.
Yeah.
But it was good because I needed to take that time off because I wore myself out in
It,
2023 for
that's
pennies on
good.
the dollar.
It got
So
you to where you are now. You got the mindset, man. You
yeah,
got the grind set.
but
That's cool.
I mean
Drone operator.
the one thing I'd say is like it's very much just all a team effort. Like it's
Yeah.
very much all a team effort on what we do and how we do it. Because like I wouldn't be able to make that edit for them from the Bronco video if they didn't go spend their time and get the content, you know.
Yeah.
And in ways I've always wanted to be the editor. Like if I'm sitting at home or at an office, you just deliver me the footage and I just, do what
Yeah.
I need to do to create the most badass piece of content, you know. Uh, but I mean, pretty much, it's just like a team effort. Like, and it works really well. I'd rather it be a team effort than a solo effort. Solo effort
Yeah.
is a lot harder to figure out everything,
It's
especially
it
when you have a
burns you
lot
out.
of when you have a lot of deliverables. Um, you just need like a whole bunch of different ideas. But I shot everything kind of with a purpose and how I want to edit it and how I
Okay.
saw fit. So that's what I can say on that part of things. Just
You
because,
answered it perfectly. That's exactly what I
yeah,
wanted to know.
yeah,
That's cool.
just because the contract stuff's like confidential and whatnot.
How
So
long how long have you worked with that team? Like everybody in particular?
so we've only done a couple projects before because we had just kind of met each other. I've known my friend for a long time, for like 4 years now, but
Which one is
um
that? The drone
uh
guy?
no, that's the director.
I want to know about the drone guy because that stuff interests the shit out
Oh,
of me. Because being
he's a
able to get
super
those
badass.
shots, man, that's crazy. Just being able to, it's you're piloting
Our
its
drone
own.
operator is a super badass dude. He gets the
That's
most
cool.
badass shots.
Yeah.
He's probably the best in the game. I'm not even gonna lie. He just built a 200-mile-an-hour drone that he's still testing to make sure it's all.
Okay.
He's got all the bugs worked out. So,
Fuck, you gotta record.
um,
Is he using that as a camera? Or is that just a regular? What do you gotta record at
that's
200
his
miles per hour,
thing.
man? That's
Well, you
crazy.
got to think. You got to think. We're recording like
Cars.
supercars,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
in the
I
future
thought of that.
potentially hypercars. Like we've already been discussing some things that have hypercars
Damn.
added, but I'll leave it at that because the future is still to be told. And if
All
that
right.
happens, dude, I'm like shaking in my boots because I'm so excited. Like, I think to be honest, like, not that I really, I don't know. I'm still thinking on this, but I might just drop off road. Like, I
Okay.
just kind of like this on road a lot more.
Yeah.
Now, if I get opportunity that like works out in everyone's
Yeah.
favor, hell yeah. I mean, I will definitely do it. But one thing I told Marie is I burnt myself out in 2023 for pennies on the dollar. Certain contracts and certain people that are still doing me right did me right then, and that's not the problem. The problem was me underbidding myself, and I'm seeing some of the bids for things coming up in the off-road world that are just, just don't seem worth my time right now. And I'd
That's
rather,
good.
go do other things with that time because like at the end of the day, I don't want to dilute my work and just overwork myself for no reason to be broke at the end of the day. Like my work is
Yeah,
worth a
exactly.
lot more than a lot of times
Oh
what I
yeah.
get paid.
Especially nowadays, man, it's crazy.
The problem is a lot of people just undervalue media. They think you press a button and
Yeah.
it's done. And it's like,
Yep.
well, that doesn't pay for the time recording it, which is oftentimes like 12 hours. At least a day of like editing, for
Yep.
one reel, like one really good like edited reel, like recap, and photos. And it's like, it just needs to be valued a little bit more because like that's like not that cinematic video is always the reason why you pop off. Like a lot of phone videos are like popping,
Yeah.
but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and to sit there and do all that effort and still be broke at the end of the day for like a very talented video that's produced. I'm just not there anymore. I'm just like,
Yep.
nah, like
Because
price is going up.
you can justify it if it's your own personal shit, but when you're doing it for somebody else, it's like, man, like you're the one who wanted me to do this, regardless if it's like getting the
Right,
numbers you wanted to do. Like it's like shit, you're the one who asked me to waste my time and not you. You know what I mean?
right, right,
It's time spent, and
right.
it costs a lot.
And it's like, I just, I before I always felt bad about charging people like a decent amount of money, because I wasn't sure if like what I was doing was worth it. But like now I know,
Yep.
like I'm in the place I've always wanted to be. I'm getting better. I'm doing commercial stuff. I had to get a commercial licensing for Epidemic
Oh,
Sounds because it has to be copyright free. We have to be able to have a license to, like none of these brands can get in trouble for music that I use, because at the end of the day, no matter if just because I edit it, when they post it, like they're only allowed to use certain uncopyrighted music for like when you're a
yep.
brand on Instagram, like they don't even, I guess they don't even get recommended some of the copyrighted stuff that we can use on like personal accounts or like smaller business accounts. And it's like I just want to be super careful with that stuff. So I like commercial license now, which I've never had, which is dope.
That's cool.
And
You're getting
yeah,
there,
I
man.
don't
You're
know.
getting there.
I'm just being a really fucking serious this time. Like I'm like here to kill it and leave no crumbs. Like, and
Let's go.
like the thing that I'm like really excited about is I have a media team that is like just super badass. We're all
Yeah.
good at like our own thing that helps each other out like in the end, and we can just learn from each other, get better, and like this it's just going to keep rocking and rolling. All we have to do is just keep the nose to the grind and produce content because like we've been like recently our team has been dropping all sorts of reels on all sorts of
Okay.
pages um
Good shit.
in different ways, and it's amazing. And I really can't wait to see like where it goes because like we are all super talented, and I've never had anything like this. It's like something I've always wanted, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just fantastic, dude.
Shout out JSU Media Team.
Well, it's not JSoup Media Team. I'm JSoup
Yeah.
Media, and then
Yeah.
there are other entities, but we're gonna probably all going to
I
come
like that.
together as one entity, so it makes it easier under business potentially.
I'm gonna start referring to people as entities from now on.
Gosh darn you.
Your
Gosh
brother
darn
was
you.
uh what, he was in stream yesterday. That was pretty
Was he?
cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What was he
He
saying? Was he being a little nuisance?
he called me out. I don't have a death counter, and it's because uh or he just asked where the death counter is. He asked other stuff, but that reminded me of it. Uh the game, it gets distracting. I just get overwhelmed and pissed every single time, and I stop keeping track of the deaths. And
You mean
I
you don't want to
kind of
drink hot sauce when you hit
that
100 deaths on a stream?
Oh, I already hit. I'm well over. I know I'm at
A
least
thousand
at
deaths
like three.
probably.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy. I
We
thought
couldn't
that there
even
would
keep up
be.
the first day.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I thought there would be a thing in the game that had a you could see how many times you died, but no, no, there's nothing because the game's
Nope.
just that crazy, stupid.
Well, it's supposed to be hard. Like that.
Yeah,
That's why I told you, like, don't die.
that's not the stats isn't a skill level. You know what I mean? That's just fucking. That's just in the settings. God damn it! Fuck. I don't understand. I don't.
You just gotta get good. You gotta get good
What
at Elden Ring.
what so do you what about that Schedule 1 video? Did you put that up? How's that looking?
No, so I have 2 episodes of Schedule One. I have no idea what to do with them. I have
I'm
no idea. They're edited. They're all edited, exported. They got an intro. They got an outro. I don't know what to do with them.
do what you want,
I
do what you want.
I
I'm
don't know.
excited
I
to play
mean,
that.
I don't know how everyone's looking at like that game because it's drug related and like the things that I'm
Everybody's
doing.
watching it.
So,
It's crazy how much people are watching it. Just put it out. Don't even think about it.
oh, I
And
might just
if you wait, it's you might as well just
yeah, I
not
know.
because it's not going to be relevant and it's
I
going to
might just
die.
throw them. I just might throw them to you to throw on the solo channel as just something
That'd
because
be cool if you want to do that.
like in this week I might just throw them to you because
That'd be cool. I'd be
like
down. I'd be down for that.
I'm just too distracted with the main things that I need to be
I
focused
get
on.
it.
And I wouldn't even say distracted, but you'll know what
No,
to do
no,
with it.
this is more distracting than, you know what I mean? If anything, you're getting
Nah,
distracted by video
this
games.
is I love this shit. I love the
Yeah,
podcast.
this is
Um
fun.
yeah, I've been thinking about this all weekend while I was in Florida. Florida was so much fun. I want to go back. I didn't get to see a beach. Dude, our last day, me and my friend went to breakfast and we
Okay.
pull up to the place and they're raving outside, dude. Like
Oh,
fucking spring break type shit. There's like 15, 20 people out
dang.
there.
It
Like
is around that time,
they
isn't
got
it?
yeah, it is. My flight was telling me like spring break is this time and travel, make sure you're there on time, blah blah blah, long lines, whatever. I didn't I didn't encounter any lines. I go to
Okay.
Minneapolis airport literally 2 hours early. I step in security line. As soon as I step in it, I'm out of it because like there was no one else in line.
Okay.
And the same thing at West Palm too. When I left yesterday, as soon as we stepped in line, we were out of line because and into the airport because there was no line.
Easy shit.
So that
Everybody's
was
already
cool.
where they gotta go. How was
Exactly.
did you go rave? Did you go
No,
fucking
we
mosh
stood
pit,
around
Matt?
for we stood around for a couple minutes, but like I mean it was kind of popping, but like we were on a little bit of a time crunch, but we just wanted to like see what was going on. They even had a
Yeah.
full-on videographer, man, with
Okay.
the DJI and reel format, like freaking doing
Should have
his
slid him
thing.
your
I was
business
like,
card, man.
damn, nah, nah, nah. No, he
That'd be
was doing
cool.
his own thing. He was doing his own thing, and we had to get breakfast done and then go to the airport because our flights
Okay.
were at different times. His was a little bit earlier than mine, and whatnot. But we got to hang out at the airport, drop some content to each other because we recorded some phone videos and which are gonna make for some sick reels coming up. I already posted a biker doing a wheelie that was down the
Okay.
highway when we were driving to the airport yesterday. Dude was doing it for like 10 minutes, just like freaking, you know, wheeling out, and then we almost watched him biff it. I threw it up on Instagram yesterday at the airport.
Check it out.
So
Check it out.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it was. Dude, Palm Beach was a fucking great time. I don't know if I've ever had a better time on a trip, besides like with my California team slash family
Yeah.
out there. Those guys are always great too. But Man, West Palm was just amazing. Like the only thing bad was the heat, because like I said, I blistered the shit out of my ears. The first
That's
day,
crazy.
again, I didn't have sunscreen, and then the second day they gave me sunscreen, and I forgot to put it on my ears, which was the
That's
worst
funny.
part. Yeah.
Somebody gave you sunscreen, being like, "Hey man, you gotta do something about that."
No,
That's
no,
funny.
it was part of our vendors, or
Okay,
the
good shit. Good man.
the
Good
team I
man.
was working with. They had sunscreen, so in the morning before the event started, they let me use it. So which I was grateful for. And then I found out the whole time, the first day they had water. The whole time there was water there that I could have asked and
Damn.
possibly grabbed one. I just didn't know. I didn't know the cooler was full, you know, because they were there the day before setting up the vendor. And
It's your first
so
day,
yeah,
also. You don't want to be fucking nosing around and shit like that. I get that.
I just I just didn't think of it, to be honest. I asked one of our people like if they had water, and I waited like an hour for their friends to bring, stuff back, and I thought they were gonna bring a case and a cooler, and they only brought back like personal ones. So they're all right.
Damn.
Then I walked around and I found a water fountain that actually had some cold and good water. So I just sat there and slurped, fucking
Yeah,
filled my
man.
water bottle up like 3 times. I was like
Okay.
dehydrated. I got back to the hotel and I could feel it. There was certain signs that showed that
You were
I
done
was
those.
dehydrated. Yeah, and then I freaking Uber eated some Chipotle. Man, saved my life.
That's one thing
S-
that would be really nice. I don't, because I'm a big DoorDash guy. So I'm thinking anywhere going out of state, going out of town, anything. I'm more interested in the DoorDash than anything. Like, goddamn, I want to see what they got because we only got a select few, and we
Yeah,
get a new thing added every like year, and it's not even that good. It's like some local shit. So
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
just
yeah.
remembered? They have a steak and shake. You ever been to a steak and shake?
Oh, would I love to? Goddamn, I have never, never, ever,
Dude,
ever.
okay, so they're super cheap, but they're super
Okay.
good. Their shakes are great. Their burgers are great. Me and Marie always go to when we go to Lost Lands in Ohio. They have them there, and it's just like a McDonald's basically, but
Yeah.
it's steak and shake, but better than McDonald's in my opinion. Way better than McDonald's. They had it down in Florida. I totally fucking forgot until now that they had it because I was like wanting food when I was looking at DoorDash, and I was like, oh, I could get steak and shake, but I'm not
What
hungry for that. My stomach doesn't feel that. Go ahead.
don't they
What up?
have don't they have Culver's in Florida? I remember in high
Yeah,
school
yeah,
they sent somebody down there to like, check it out.
yeah.
That was kind of cool.
I saw it on the DoorDash app, and then
That's
they had
crazy.
So I went for so the first day after I checked into the hotel, I went for a walk. I found out there was a gas station right outside my room, like literally through the window.
Okay.
Gas station, Chevron, kind of ghetto gas station. I went in there to look at their food. Their food looked horrible. Like their hot food.
Damn.
No. They're like, "Do you need help?" No, I am good. I will gladly go get something else. Um, but that helped for like Powerades and stuff. And then I walked down the road and there was a GNC, a Dunkin' Donuts, a Texas Roadhouse, a dollar store, and like a couple other things. So I went to the
Okay.
dollar store and bought like $20 worth of like Powerades and snacks and whatever else, and that got me through the whole weekend pretty much. And then on Saturday night we went to a super nice steakhouse called Okeechobee Steakhouse. I guess it's been there for 30 years. They
Kachobi.
call it, yeah, they call it, what we had was, they were kebabs basically, but they called them like the cutoffs. But it was literally just a kebab. And it was
Okay.
amazing with garlic potatoes. Amazing. I want it again. I was sitting there, I didn't have a fork in the hotel. I was sitting there dipping the fucking rest of the steak in the fucking potatoes and eating it.
You're
And we
making me
also had
hungry, man.
oh dude, I'm hungry too. And we had dude, it was so good, and I was sitting there leaving reviews at every place. We also went
Oh,
for
okay.
breakfast for a bagel, and it was a jalapeno bagel, bacon, cheese, and egg. So bomb, fucking flaming, dude.
That sounds good.
So good, dude.
I'm
The
over here
food
with
in
my
Florida
Dairy
is
Queen and
amazing.
Culver's. I bet. I
And
bet.
then at the brunch yesterday, I was looking in my fries, and all of a sudden I see this like little curly like octopus looking thing, and I was like,
What?
we are close to the ocean, and this is kind of like a fancy-ish place. Let's see what this goes. And it was octopus. It was fishy. It was good
What?
though.
What the
Yeah, I
heck?
had a little piece of fried octopus. It was in with my fries.
Who the heck? What?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it
cool.
was pretty
That's
sick.
cool. Sneaky
And
boy.
then last night I was close to 50 minutes from DC. I was in Baltimore.
Mm,
I got to
damn, that'd been
see
cool.
from the air you remember the Baltimore bridge that got crashed into like a year ago?
Yeah, with that big boat.
Yeah, I got to see that from afar, and it looks like just the two on ramps, and there's like two middle posts, but the rest of the bridge is still gone, so it looks like they're still
Oh
working on it.
shit. I was gonna say, did they fix it? I guess not.
Well, that's what I wanted to know because I don't hear anything about it. So that was kind of cool that I got to see that in person, and it was another kind of check. But the
That's really cool.
Baltimore airport is like so close to DC that they advertise DC almost just as much as Baltimore. So I picked up
That makes
a
sense.
DC snow globe from the airport for Marie, and that was pretty sick.
On on that, wherever it is, you get the gist. Keychain.
hmm
There's a shit ton of I got a bunch of DC stuff on there. That's I gotta get more. I like keychains. I gotta get more stuff. Give me give me a keychain, man, next time.
I got an extra little Continental Tire keychain if you want it. It's a little tire. I don't
Hey,
have it near me,
I'll take
otherwise
it.
I'd show it off. But yeah, I got
Throw
one
it
for me, one for Marie, and they
throw
threw
it
me
through the
one extra
screen.
one.
No way. It was meant to be, man.
Yeah, so I'll keep that on the side for you because I
Whenever
only
we
need
do
one.
a IRL podcast,
The
you can give it to
IRL.
us.
Hell
Look at that.
yeah.
One
I'm trying
day.
to think, dude. It was just such a wild time, honestly. Like I have so much content. I have so much content that I'm so excited for. Like,
I
and to go
still
back to your question, dude, like there's not
okay.
like the content from this to off-road, like it's different shit. This isn't racing. Off-road was racing, so you get different content. Like you get the
Yeah.
trucks going around the track and stuff. This was more like you ever see those car videos online, like just super nice cars where it's either cinematic or like effects, like what I used to do with the sniper videos.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of stuff that we're producing.
Do you have shots of do you I'm sure this is a stupid question, but so shots of the cars like sitting there just like looking all fancy, looking all around them, and then
Yep.
it'll cut to that same car like, drifting and doing a bunch of shit. Like do you still get the cars in
No.
action like you do in Brush Run, or is
Nope.
it just simply just fancy ass
Car
shit?
show.
Okay,
Car
okay.
show. They had a couple events where it was an exhaust competition, a burnout competition, a drift competition, but that's
That's not
whoever
what you were
signs
there
up.
for?
That's well, that is, but like we didn't
That's not the
have
content
anyone.
you were looking for.
Well, no, no, hold on, let it
I'm
roll.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're just excited. So we didn't have any particular partner or anything that our tire was on. So I don't know
Okay,
if any of the content that I got from that is on the particular tire. So I can't use that
that makes
for
sense.
those videos. But I did get the content just in case. For like a general overview video of the
Yeah.
event. But for the most part, it's like it's a car show kind of thing. Like people pull up, they park in their spot, and the coolest thing is like the revving. Like literally after the exhaust competition, which I missed because it was like super quick. They said it was at 2. It ended by 2:30,
Okay.
or 2:20. Because I had walked over there like, and it was over. But there was like a big crowd of people, big crowd of people right behind where that was, and everyone was just revving their car, and I couldn't stop smiling because like it was just so cool to see everyone enjoying their time and like with
Yeah.
everybody, and there wasn't any bad vibes. Everyone was just enjoying like the moment. And so I was walking around with my stabilizer and my camera, like getting top down shots and like, the whole 9 yards because that's really good content. And
Oh yeah.
it was just so cool. I couldn't stop smiling during that because it was just like it's been a rough couple years, and to see people come together for enjoying one thing was really nice to see. Like I really
That's
liked the
nice.
BMW community because everyone is so nice, and I didn't hear bad. Everyone loves the brand that I work with,
Okay.
or worked for. So it was good to hear everyone's reviews because I was constantly meeting people. and they were talking about the tires and that they use them, and everyone loves them, which was fantastic. I'd rather everyone love them than not.
Are you like do you see yourself staying with that like that tire company for a really long time? Do you like is that who you want to represent forever, or is this like a stepping stone to get to who you want to get to type of thing? Not that you're using
Oh
these
no,
people for, but like,
no, no,
you
no,
know,
no. I am loyal. Like
okay,
as long as I keep delivering and they're
yeah.
willing
Who is it
to
by the way?
work, um freelance contracted
Okay,
to work individual events. So depending on like what events they need covered, but it's for Continental. I love the Kyer company.
okay, okay,
It's Continental and sometimes General, but mostly Continental that
okay,
I've worked with in the past and currently, and there's no stepping stone. If I have the option, I will work with them forever or as long as that I can. I love the
okay.
brand. The brand is amazing brand. The people are amazing. I have no bad words about them. I'm nothing but,
No,
grateful for what I've been able to do with them and for them. So,
they sound cool
um,
if everybody has just nothing but nice things to say about them. You know what I mean? And
the
so,
thing is, they just
did they use their tires a lot? Is that a big tire
what
brand? Is that
do
like
they
a
use?
big for BMW? Is that a big tire brand for
Yeah,
BMWs in general?
that
Okay,
event, that event, they were like the top two or top three brands that was represented there. Like there
yeah,
was Michelin, Continental, Pirelli.
okay,
So like I said, you can't take two steps without seeing a car on Continentals. A lot of it
that's
was the
awesome.
Extreme Contact Sport O2 tire, which is I actually have one right next to me. But
A
it's a
tire?
drift. Yeah, I have a tire. It's a drift tire that you can also do on road.
Okay,
So
okay,
it's like the perfect balance, but if it's not like an all-weather tire. I mean, it can go in rain. It's good for rain because it's got the deep grooves. So you won't lose traction, but like for snow it's not. It's like a summer tire
okay.
mainly. Um, but it's like a super badass tire, dude. Like
Are drifting tires different? Do they have like no grooves in it, so it just makes it easier for them to like slide around and shit? Like, what do they look like? Not
hold
you don't
on,
have to
hold on,
pull it.
hold on, hold
I'm gonna
on, hold
say,
on.
yeah, he's doing it. I like it.
So this is an
Holy shit.
Extreme Contact O2.
Okay,
This is one of the baddest tires on, like the biggest baddest tire in my opinion on the market if you're looking to do on road and do a little bit of track time. So you got these nice grooves for so you get the water to come in and come out. Um,
what are the
but yeah,
lines for? The colored lines?
uh, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not an expert on tires. I just know
Yeah.
like some of the stuff about this particular tire. And then you got the logoing the Extreme Contact O2.
Ayo,
But
extreme.
the reason why I have this is because I did media for this, like a really nice video of it when I originally got it. But there's like, even on the inside in here, you can't see it, but there's Extreme
Yeah.
Contact O2. Um,
Okay, that's cool.
and I like, when I first got this tire to do the media for it, I didn't get to see it in action on any cars. And now I
Did you
finally got
see
to
it?
see it. I got to see it in action before, but I got to see it on a lot of nice cars, a lot of nice footage of it, a lot of nice photos of it. Um, so I was super happy to be able to see that.
Good shit. That reminds
Shout,
me. Have you
shout out pulling out a full ass tire.
Yeah, that's insane. Have you seen Tires on Netflix? That reminds me.
Oh yeah, shout out Shane Gillis. He's got a season
Yeah,
2 coming out.
that'll be
Um,
cool.
I
That'll be
wasn't I
cool.
wasn't a super big fan, but like my dad said, the show was kind of like some of the stuff they had already used before to get a pilot season in.
Yeah,
Like the first
yeah.
season was kind of a pilot season, so now this season 2 should be even better than what
It's
the
gonna be
writing was on
crazy.
season 1. And that's where I'm excited is to see where they go with this next season.
And
But
Shane Gillis, he's so funny, so funny. And I just anything he touches. He was on. I don't know if you watched it yet. I don't want to spoil. I kind of already spoiled it.
the
If you watched the
Netflix Kill Tony,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
he was
watched it.
so
It dropped
funny
at
on that.
midnight.
Yep,
Is it?
yep.
Oh,
We
he's
watched
on
that.
it? He's on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I hate to
yo.
spoil it.
We'll
but
talk about it
it's
next
awesome.
week. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it next week after I get a chance to watch it because like
Do it.
I saw me and my dad were talking all week like, oh, is it going to be like streamed at 8 o'clock and streamed as in like pre-recorded, ready to
Yeah,
go, just aired or whatnot. And then I saw Tony post about it yesterday and it was like dropping at midnight. And I was like, hey, yo, that's what I
it's
thought was
awesome.
gonna happen. The good,
Somebody
good. I
told me
want
about it in
Tony to
my
kill it.
chat. Yeah,
And then you got off stream later when you were done and you were like,
yeah.
throw it
It
on.
was actually like first thing I watched when I got off stream. It was awesome.
I figured. Did
And
you
then
get to
now
watch
I'm
it
just
with
I,
your
I
girl
watch it
or
with
no?
Brandy. Oh yeah, we
Sweet.
watch it. She likes it. If anything, I'd say more than me, because I'll
Fuck
get
yeah.
distracted. I go on my phone and stuff, but she
Yeah,
yells
me
at me.
too.
She's like, "Hey, get the fuck off your phone. You're missing it."
A
But
lot of the bucket
it's fun.
pulls is where I get lost, like where they lose me is the bucket pulls.
Yeah, and then
Not gonna lie.
if it gets too cringy, embarrassing, whatever you want to call it, I just I gotta look away. I can't watch it, and because they sometimes double down and they just continue to be crazy, and then sometimes you actually get crazy people, but sometimes they could also be fun to watch, especially if they're just a character and a half.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good bucket pulls, but like some
Yeah,
nights they just get the worst bucket pulls, and it's no one's fault. It's just the luck of the draw. It's just like,
yeah,
man, these people just need to bake a little bit longer to have the good comedy they're looking for.
yeah, yeah,
But
and that's the problem with having so many people. It's just like you said, the luck of the draw. You're bound to get some shitty people when you got so many people. But they do a good
yeah,
job.
I'm excited to watch it. I've been really, really stoked for Tony, dude. Like that's such a good podcast, like
Mm-hmm.
that they do with the Kill Tony universe. I hope it's nothing but up from here, and Netflix is a good deal for them. Because I
Have
know
you
locking it behind a paywall can be tricky for some audiences.
yeah,
You know.
it'll be cool, especially depending on how many people it draws to Netflix. That'll
Hmm.
kind of prove how
How
big
popular he is.
and just these I don't want to say types of podcasts because it's a show in general. It's a whole ass event, but
I'd just call it
there's
a
there's
comedy
other shit.
show.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's a
exactly.
complete. There's no other comedy show like it, in my opinion. No one else gives people an opportunity and then
No,
judges
not
them.
not not like that. I will say it's not anywhere near that, but it reminds me, and it's a new show if you've seen it. Do you know who Big J Okerson and Louis J Gomez are?
No, I've actually never heard of them.
Okay,
Surprisingly,
so
I've never heard of them.
they're New York comics. They're pretty. They're up there, but they have a thing called Story Wars where they have it's those two and then three other comedians. So last episode they had the most recent they had Joe DeRosa, Matt McCusker, and Shane Gillis from the Matt and Shane podcast. And then
Oh, okay,
Joe
yeah.
used to do a podcast with Sal from Impractical Jokers, where
Yep, word.
that's all I'll say about them. He he just went crazy on that show. But it's basically they all do five stories and they have to convince the rest of the panel that it's not their story. Like the narrator reads out the story and they have to guess whose story it is, and then they have to convince each other like, no, it's not my story and shit. It gets really really funny. And Joe DeRosa, if you know anything about him, he just got real nasty about it. He got real nasty. It's a fun show. Highly recommend and highly recommend just those two, Big J and Louis J. Big J,
Mm.
he has a special called it's called They Them. Half of it is getting released this month. The other half already got released and it's a
On
crowd work
YouTube or
special.
where?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's so
Okay.
funny. So funny. But
Yeah,
yeah, some
surprise.
pretty big New York comics.
It sounds like a good setup because like
Yeah.
also having different guests in there brings different personalities and how you're gonna
Yeah.
react. So I'll have to check it out. I is how new is it? Is it like super new or
It's
they've
like
been
seven
doing
months
it?
in.
Okay,
7 months
okay,
in.
okay.
But these like the comics and everything, they're just as big as
Yeah,
Shane
they're
Gillis and
known.
everything.
Yeah.
They're but it's like I feel like they're doing shit. I don't want to say it's like Kill Tony because there's nothing like it, but they're just trying and I hate to agree with Joe on this one because he said this during the episode, but gimmick podcasts where they have something to it. They have, they make it more of an event instead of, people like you said, a comedy show instead of just people talking. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. Well, like that's why I like Kill Tony. It's like it's a whole thing. It's not
Yep.
just like, oh, you go and you wait the whole night for the main act, aka Tony, to perform. Like you get Tony the whole night, and he's constantly cracking jokes. If
Yep.
it's like that they did good or whatever, and I don't know. I just love the whole vibe. It's a completely different thing than I've seen before, and that's why I love it.
So fun. So fun. It's crazy how long it's been out, and it's kind of cool finding new things like that when it's like, oh, it's been out for 10 years. I don't know how long it's been out, but it's been out for X amount of time, and you just realize how good it is after this. How has it been under my nose this long? That's one thing that I it baffles me all the time how good Kill Tony is, but it's been out for so long, and
That's
just now getting into it these past few years, it's crazy, crazy
that's
cool,
what
and
happened
cool
to
how
me with
big.
Kill Tony too. My dad would
Yeah,
always talk about it, and I was like, and then I finally watched it, and I was like, dude, this guy's hilarious.
I think the clips and everything, and like you said with Cam, like we watched it before all that, but that Cam clip
And
skyrocketed. It was
dude,
insane.
Cam and the Ari Maddie clips.
Oh, he's
Ari
huge.
Maddie,
Yeah,
love him,
he's huge.
love
He's so
him.
funny. He's so good at writing. So good.
If it's writing or if it's just thinking about how shit could be funny, he's just funny.
Well,
Like
yeah, same,
everything he
same.
says is just.
Cam is just
Uh,
naturally he's a funny little fellow.
he's like, man, I hate Appleton, Wisconsin.
Yeah, that was funny.
What else, man? What else you got going on this week? I'm happy that you
Let's
did a whole
see.
week of streaming. That's huge.
I I'm just I'm trying to get stuff edited for kind of like a best moments thing and like
Right.
funny moments of April. Just getting everything cool and fun and funny that happened in Elden
Speaking
Ring this
of,
past week. So if you have anything that you can if you remember from what you saw, let me know. Cause I got a
the
good majority,
the
but
first
what's
video
up?
was hilarious when you beat the first boss. You just kept dying,
Yeah,
and you're just like,
yeah. It sucked, man. That's all you can do. You can't get too
um,
frustrated, otherwise I'll cry.
oh no, we don't
Have
want
fun.
that. We don't want that.
No,
The new zombies map dropped and looks pretty good. I haven't gotten to jump into it at all. Yeah, probably this weekend maybe. I
that'd
have
be
a
cool.
couple days. I have 3 days to where I need to get this deliverable stuff out, and then once it's done, then I have a little bit of a break time, and then I have other
Just hit
stuff I
me up.
gotta. Yeah,
Hit
I
me
will.
up whenever you're
I
free,
will.
and then I'll try to get to it. And if I can't, I'll hit you back up, and then we'll kind of ping pong or see when we can get a time together.
If not, going into next week should be a lot better for me.
Good
So
shit.
that would be good. Logan's got a super funny video on the back burner for you, but I don't think he knows when to give it to you. It's just you shouting everything out. He's
Yeah, we
got
talked
clips of
about
you
that.
shouting everything out.
Because I told
Dude,
him
I
about
want
the
it.
April thing. So I asked like any funny moments of just even past shit, let me know.
Hmm.
And he said, "Hey, how about this?" And I said, "Do it. Do it. Yes. Yes,
You're
that'd
like,
be
give me
amazing.
it.
That'd be awesome." So that'd be fun. I want to do that when I kind of at the end of April and I'll kind
Hmm.
of upload all these like kind of montaged funny moments things. So that'll be cool.
And then I saw the Solo Nation channels popping.
Oh yeah, it's doing really good. The shorts are doing crazy good,
Yeah.
and it's really want to know what's the craziest part about all that. So
Hmm.
usually the views from the videos translate from the related video through the shorts. So on the shorts, I'll have the related video on there, and it'll be the video that the shorts are from. I didn't even do that. I didn't even put the related video on the shorts, and the videos are still getting views regardless of, them not being
Hell
connected.
yeah.
So that means the videos are being watched just on their own, just, through the thumbnail, through people being interested in solo, in the video title, whatever you want to call it. But I'm happy about that. That's cool.
No, that's dope. Yeah, I've been, dude, just so much content's been coming out. So much content.
Yeah,
I like, honestly, it's just so fucking cool to see you got all this content coming out on your page and solo page, and I just did all this, and I got more stuff that I can't talk about right now that's coming up
yeah,
in down the pipeline, and it's like, dude, life is good. Like, I am so fucking grateful for everyone and everything going on right now. I
yeah.
can't express it any more than that. Like, it's so
We
cool to
got to
see.
keep it up. We got to keep it up.
No, we are. We're gonna kill 2025. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I've always had intuition of like thinking before a year happens what's gonna happen that year. 2023, I had the intuition that 2023 was going to be amazing. Going into 2024, I knew that year was going to suck. I literally had the mental thought before everything happened
Damn.
that happened, like, and then it happened, and then I had the mental like thought that like 2025 was going to be just fucking amazing.
Bounce
Like
back year.
even at Lost Lands, I was telling Marie like it's just going to be fucking amazing. I don't know how. It's just going to be fucking different, and it is.
Good shit.
And I'm different and in a good way and growing and you're growing and I'm just fucking stoked, dude. I've never been more stoked in my life about just everything that's happening.
And it's cool. This podcast is kind of gonna be like a little diary of
Yeah,
us
exactly.
growing and
That's why
shit.
I'm like stoked about it is because we get to talk about like okay, I get to do this, talk about it, you're doing your shit, you talk about
Yeah.
it like that's why I really wanted a podcast like fuck what's going on in the real world. Let's talk about what we're doing because like
Yeah.
even though it may not be big, it's going to get big and
Yeah.
that's the whole point. My dad even says like, "Hey, just keep grinding. Just keep doing the
Yeah.
podcast. Just keep putting it out because like one day you never know what's going to hit." And it's like, "Hey, I'm down." The one thing I will say for everyone watching this, sorry if it goes up a little bit late because of my deliverables. I have to focus, and so
Oh
this
yeah.
might go up Thursday or Friday because I have
That's all
until
right.
the 9th to get everything to people.
Be
Where are we at for
patient,
time
people.
on this one? Where are we at for time? Are we right around?
We're pretty good. Yeah. Hour 5. That's good. That's good.
Okay. There's gonna be it might be a little bit less than an hour on this one. Sorry for the jumping around and everything. We're just so excited about like just
Yeah.
this last week, dude.
Shit's
Like
been crazy.
we go from Elden Ring to West Palm to fucking Elden Ring to West
Yeah.
Palm, like just jumping back. It's cool though. Like it's a good conversation.
I'm sure
We'll
there'll be
talk
more to
more.
say.
Yeah, there'll be more to say. There'll be more to show. Once I sort out things because there's like content that I can't share because it's and like technically the contract covers that it's owned, you know,
Okay.
by them. It's bought by them, you know. Even though I created it, it's bought by them, which is fine. So I got to sort out, you know, what can be shared and what can't be shared, or if
Okay.
at all. So if I can, in future podcasts that we talk about it, I'll show clips of how cool the event was and whatnot because I got good audio and all the clips, so then people can see what and or maybe do a little YouTube video about it.
That'd be cool too.
And then I will have for sure at least a recap reel coming out to Instagram and YouTube where it's like showing me traveling, you know, leaving my house, going to the airport, getting to Denver, getting, you know,
That'd be
transferred to
fun. And
St.
you gonna put that
Louis.
on YouTube?
I'll put it on Instagram and YouTube. I'll put it on both
Okay.
because
Okay.
YouTube, like I've been noticing YouTube just is giving me just a bunch of views. Not like thousands,
Yeah.
but hundreds of views. And you know, why not? Fuck it. Like if YouTube's gonna throw me a bone, I'm gonna fucking eat the bone up and leave no
Do
crumbs.
it. Do it. Do
So,
it.
you
Give the
know,
people what they want.
we're just gonna keep killing it and just keep throwing stuff on YouTube and see what hits and hopefully one day we'll be a fucking a million subscribers. I mean,
That'd be
both of
cool.
us. Yeah.
I know it. I know it.
But so we're doing dual episodes this week, so I think we're gonna end it right here. We're gonna end this one, episode 5. I think it
Let's
was a
do
good
it.
episode. So it's
That was
been
good.
Chewy on YouTube and JSoup Media on episode 5 of the Agree to Disagree podcast. Make sure you guys watch the next episode because I have one of my good friends from Minneapolis coming on, and he's gonna talk all about some of the music scene. So I hope you guys catch that one. I hope you enjoyed this one, even though it was a little bit messy. And that's been all for us. So we'll catch you guys next week. All right. You got anything
All
else to
right.
say to leave off?
I do
No.
not. I do
All
not.
right.
Watch the next
All right.
episode.